Now that's body fluids. This isn't Catholic.
Is that how puss?
Is this made for kids?
Oh, he's in. Before we start, hello everybody. What? I said hello everybody. Did you know Vinny just asked me before we started, and I'll start walking back as you can look at my ass when I answer this.
Good view.
Vinny asked me if I would have coitus with the amazing Spider-Man Andrew Garfield, and I replied yes.
Naturally.
I mean, listen. He's Andrew fucking Garfield.
It's true.
I mean, the man didn't get casted for no reason. Listen to me. He has the look. First and foremost.
Sure.
The way that Andrew Garfield played Spider-Man, the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Great Spider-Man.
Yes.
I don't have anything bad against that.
No qualms.
The Peter Parker side. A little different.
Yes. I think it's like Andrew plays him as like a cool guy.
They didn't also give him a great script.
That's not his fault.
Sony didn't really give him all the gems.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
like
true.
Kevin Feige would have. But in terms of sexual coitus, it's yeses all over the board. It's no analyzing what I just did there with him. It's no analyzing. It's
just
a
instance.
fucking yes. We know you're watching, Andrew.
Welcome.
First of all, the name Andrew, not a lot of kids get named Andrew anymore. It's
true.
A lot of these crazy 2020
Very true.
names. A lot of these new generational names.
Fruits.
Like
Apple.
I'd never.
Gwyneth Paltrow's daughter.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yep, Apple.
Naming him after fruits.
Yeah.
Fucking papaya. How you doing, Ben?
Pretty good.
Doing good?
Yeah, how you doing?
Let's face it.
Yes.
Episode 11.
Oi.
No sponsors yet.
Model.
We shouldn't be worried.
No.
But if it's not if we don't have sponsors, if we don't have any money coming in,
Yeah.
because we have a lot coming out.
Yeah.
We put in money.
We sponsor a lot of people.
I don't have to explain. I'll let you do it.
We sponsor companies, small
If I
businesses,
explain, I'll lose 'em, yeah.
Some independent sort of contractors, people that go around and sell things in back alleys. Those are usually sponsored by us. So while we are giving a lot of sponsorships out, we're not seeing a lot of sponsorships coming in. So we're just saying this as a little public service announcement. We are open for business if you're a company or if you're Andrew Garfield or his agent team. If anyone wants to sponsor us, that would be beautiful.
Wolverine's fucking the bitch from Doctor Strange.
And a DC comic?
Yeah.
Jeebus.
Look,
oh
I'm
my
not
lord.
lying.
Jesus, he wasn't
not.
lying. That
That-
was nuts.
The bitch from fucking
I
Doctor
thought
Strange.
that was crazy.
Doctor Strange.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
We brought it up last week, Vin, but I've been reading more comics. You said
Yes.
something to me before we started the whole day today. We started recording.
I definitely remember that.
You said you think I may be getting up to you in terms of comics read.
Yes, especially Marvel.
How is that true though? When all the comics behind me are comics you own.
Well, I would say definitely when it comes to the Marvel side, because you were reading a lot more Marvel
Yes.
than I have.
Oh yeah, we brought that up.
I am
Yes,
pretty
yes,
much.
yes.
I'm a very big DC guy when it comes to comics. That is no different. I read mostly DC comics. I've wanted to get more into Marvel comics, but I really haven't pushed the threshold. Besides Spider-Man.
Let's ask. That's a good question to ask in general. How many of you guys actually read comics? Now
That's
listen.
true.
We have maybe 2 good comic book shops in the New York region around us. Maybe
true.
there's little hidden ones we don't know about.
Some gems,
There's a lot of these stores popping up around New York, like these baseball card shops that have a lot of
comic stuff?
anime, comic stuff, retro stuff for the Game Boy and
Sure,
stuff like
definitely.
that. And even they don't have a lot of physical comic books. They have
a lot of
everything out of
people
the world. No, so I may ask you this, because the comic store we know, one of the stores we know,
Yes.
you know the workers there, or the
Yes, I know one of them.
not the owner.
No, just
works
cashier,
there.
yeah.
I would like you to ask, where do they get their comics?
I assume there's some sort of distributor.
Like the
just
distributor, how is that business going?
I don't imagine.
You know what?
Well.
Where's the fucking? We have a Google machine,
I have my phone, but use yours, sure.
of course, because I have an iPhone. You have a Samsung. What are you
Yeah,
gonna do?
well, it's an iPhone, but
All right. I guess I'll just ask, how's the comic book industry going?
it's just bad.
The global comic book size was valued at $14.69 billion.
All right.
In 2021. It grew to $15.35 billion.
Good job, everybody.
In 2022.
You did it. Good job, everybody.
It could be $21 billion by 2029.
Wow.
So let's just say this. Mm-hmm. The fact that I thought this was a dying breed.
So did I.
And there's probably a bunch of white people on stacks of money right now.
Oh yeah.
That are like,
yeah.
you don't think you don't think the printing press is still in action in our industry?
Don't worry. We got the money.
Because let's just face it, I'm not going to the comic book store to get my comics.
I'm not.
I'm using websites.
I'm taking illegal back alleys, getting through firewalls, hacking into mainframes.
Yeah.
Getting my comics any way I can for the low price of $3.99.
However, though, like the comics behind me, they couldn't have been that expensive. I mean, we could probably flip,
They
right?
were okay.
And see?
I don't know if the prices are on there. They might be, though.
$16.99.
Yes.
This was $17. To me, expensive.
Yes, very much.
To me, expensive. Well, these are like books, not comics.
That's true.
You know?
And these are very famous stories, too.
Oh,
Most of
okay.
these are very famous stories.
Yes, 25. What are you, fucking loaded? Putting you on the spot here.
Wow. My tax. I pay my taxes. I pay my taxes. I pay my taxes.
I'm not the IRS, Ben. All right.
Somebody out there might be.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, who
Mike
cares?
don't. Mike don't.
Mike does not pay taxes. You can quote me on that.
What you call it? Listen to me. I think all in all, well, first of all, Mike's been quiet for a while.
Very.
Okay. Thank God. Because if you guys don't know, a friend Mike Francesa, Mike Francesa.
He's our main man.
Well, that's why I don't want to say
man.
friend. I
Well,
feel
no, it's closer than that.
We already went over that.
Yeah.
Anytime there's something in the DC Marvel comic book nerd world, whatever you want to call
Yes.
it, that people go crazy for and they really shouldn't care, like they go over dramatic and a bunch of Karens in the world, that's when we bring our friend
on
Mike
Mike.
Francesa.
Oh, who cares?
Just to make you know that's something that you shouldn't care about and just shut your mouth about and move the fuck on about.
Exactly.
But you know, I one thing that I think Mike should care about, in all honesty, okay, is Mandalorian season 3.
Mandalorian season 3.
Yes.
Finally
Who
out.
the fuck is texting me?
Wow. On the podcast. Who is it, Turbo?
That's my friend Joe. He's talking about the new Logic album.
New Logic with Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah, what are you gonna
Logic, if you are watching, Turbo's always been a big fan of the music.
I have.
I think if you wanted to come onto the show, you could definitely do that.
He loves comic. He loves stuff. He loves nerd stuff.
So listen, if
Star Wars.
very nice. I know this looks like a pretty small set, so I would be happy to step
But
out.
we know you have money.
That's true.
And
It's
you could
canonic.
help us bring this show to the
We've
next
seen
level.
your taxes. We know you have money.
We think you're better than Tupac.
We do. That is a quote. You can quote us both on that. Anyone that doesn't like it, stop watching.
End of season 2, he takes off the helmet, and he now has to go and face the trials of becoming a Mandalorian
He
again.
has to take a very stinky shower at the bottom of the planet.
Go bathe in whatever the fuck he said,
waters,
in the caves of the mines of Mandalore.
Of Mandalore.
Now, okay.
We're getting ready. He's calming down. What are you thinking about?
What's your opinion?
My opinion is I'm very excited. So far, so good. I mean, only I guess when as of recording this podcast, peek behind the curtain.
Yes.
Episode 1.
Oh yes, episode 1 has come out.
Episode 1 has come out.
By the time this comes out, we're dating ourselves. Episode 3 will be out.
Yes.
Let's just make predictions.
Okay.
Mandalorian. Who's the guy we're talking to? Who's the main guy right now? What do we call him?
Mando.
Mando. Call him Mando.
Want to call him Pedro?
Is everyone called Mando though?
No.
Why is the Mandalore? Why is he called Mando?
Because nobody wants to say his real name, Din.
Okay.
And like all the other Mandalorians we sort of meet are like already established characters in Star Wars lore, like Bo-Katan and Boba Fett.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's just Mando for a while.
Like that's like if you called Anakin
Jed.
Jed.
It's up, Jed.
Like it's not favoritism at all.
No,
It's,
not at all.
You know. So anyway, prediction by episode 3, you may see him dead or nude. But go on, continue.
I could say nude.
Episode 1.
I could say definitely a prediction for a nude scene while
Oh
bathing
yeah.
in the waters.
Who said you can't take off your other piece of armor?
That's true. It's only the helmet. But can you take off the chest piece without taking
Wait
off
a
the
minute.
helmet?
Can you let your male organ be exposed? Your male sexual organ, your
I can assume
phallus.
so. Does that count as the helmet?
Does that count as another head?
Does that count as another? We're asking the real questions that you're too afraid to ask. Come to the Weekly Issue podcast every Monday and get prime content.
You want to know about your Star Wars penises? Come over here.
Protect your helmet with Weekly Issue cups. Coming to a store near
All right,
you.
Mike, cut this. Send to George Lucas. Tell him to give us money.
Yes.
All right, overall opinions, though, on how the season started.
See, I liked so far. My favorite part by far, as terms of like shocking stuff, I would say not much. Not too much, but my favorite part, hyperspace whales. Hyperspace whales.
Yeah, because
Hyperspace whales.
you texted me that first when I was
Hyperspace
talking
whales.
about it, and I was like, he's taking that out of everything in
Yes.
the first episode?
Yes, because well, you were.
I just thought those were just like nightmare demons that Grogu was seeing going through the fucking thing. And that's why he got scared and
Grogu's on a bad trip.
went on Demando. That's why I thought I thought he was having like a nightmare or
was having a
something. And he got
bitch.
scared, and that's why he went on Demando's arms. And I love the relationship they got.
It's
I
great.
mean,
It's such
even
a
though
good
Grogu's supposed to be because that species, whatever the fuck.
yeah, he is 80, but like
he is old.
It's still a kid to like that.
But
Species.
that's why I'm
Yeah.
trying to say.
Yeah.
It's so fun to know that and be like, well, in this now knowing this, right? You could really only imagine like now we know why Yoda couldn't walk with the Star
when
Wars
he
that
was-
Luke was
Yeah,
in.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, because if
was old.
Grogu's 80 and it looks like he just came out of the fucking womb, Yoda has seen some shit.
Yes, definitely.
But I love that. Okay, so continue. But I do love that relationship they have.
Yes,
yeah.
so
and
hyperspace
I
whales.
and I thought that was a nightmare.
Hyperspace whales. So you are still watching Rebels.
Yeah, I never finished Rebels. I mentioned it once again. Another short, little fucking promotion. I'm just saying, I am a comedian. I do have a podcast.
All right,
But I'm
this
just
is
trying to
like the third
no,
one
no,
of these.
No, but I do have a podcast, and they don't have to watch it.
one
they don't have to
more,
watch
and
it.
we're gonna have to
They don't have to
flag.
watch it because they're
We're
here
gonna
now.
have to flag.
They're not going to go anywhere right now because
Last
they're here right
time.
now. They're watching this right now.
Last time.
But on my
Last
podcast,
time.
I made a point that it's hard for me to get into. That's why I talked about it when you weren't here because
Of course,
I
you
didn't
had
think,
to.
I didn't think it was a weekly issue thing to talk about.
Wow.
But it kind of.
Well, you're bringing it up now.
But listen,
You're bringing it up anyway.
It kind of was, and when I was talking
up
about
anyway.
it, I did feel guilty.
Good.
So I apologize. I'm sweaty a little bit, but it's okay because we've been recording a lot. You know.
Listen,
and
we're enemies, but at the end of the day, we're friends.
I just can't get into animated series as I talked
I
about
know.
it before.
I know.
It's just something about it, that animated series.
It doesn't
it's
grab
a lot
you.
more PG, and I can't grab onto it. I don't know why, but you told me that was a connection to Rebels.
Yes, I'm not going to go too much into it.
But if you're telling me there's a scene in Rebels where Ezra sees the same thing,
no, it's not like that. It's
And-
like actually plays a big part.
Okay, I was gonna say
It plays a big part.
Like
That's why I don't want to say what actually happens.
Okay.
Not for like viewers' sake, but
Yeah,
viewers'
yeah.
sake for someone who should watch it.
Okay.
So hyperspace whales were introduced in Rebels.
Does Ezra have a direct
yes.
connection to
Yes.
whales?
Yeah. Well, yes, sort of. Yeah. Well,
Alright, I'm gonna watch it. Just fucking tell me because
Fine.
I don't give a fuck.
so Jedi in general have
Yes.
are very with the Force, very attuned with animals
Yes.
to begin with.
Okay.
And that's one of Ezra's main thing. He connects with animals very, very
Okay.
through the Force.
Okay.
So I'm cutting all the way to the end of Rebels.
Okay.
So the big bad of the show is Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Oh, it's not the Inquisitor.
No.
They get through him.
Yes.
Okay.
Grand Admiral Thrawn. So I'm skipping all the actual
Yeah.
things that happen.
How many seasons in Rebels?
I think there's three or four.
Oh, I should have finished it then. Okay. I thought it was like 7.
No. So like Ezra and Thrawn are like fighting in this ship. It's just them two.
Okay.
And like everything's going to hell. The ship's falling down. Ezra calls through the Force. So like earlier in the season, the hyperspace whales were introduced. They're basically just whales that can travel through hyperspace. That is it.
Wait,
so
no, okay, we gotta back up.
what?
So there was a writer that said, let's now
Yes.
have animals be able to go through hyperspace.
Yes, and like that was like, it's like, yeah, the people saw the hyperspace whales do that, and they were like, we could try to make our ships do that.
So how does so
They don't really go too
so
much
just
into it.
because Ezra has a connection to animals through the Force, or
Yeah.
well, every Jedi
Well,
you said has a
but as some Jedi have like special powers that others don't, like Force heal.
Yes, yes,
like,
yes.
That's why in the Fallen Order game,
he has a heal ability.
He has the he could touch things and see memories.
Ah.
So like sometimes Jedi got like some special perks.
Yeah, okay.
So Ezra was like, he was very, very good at talking to animals. And he knew that the hyperspace whales existed. So he's in this life or death situation. He calls out to the whales through the Force. The whales come, wrap themselves around the ship that Ezra and Thrawn are on, and just go off into hyperspace. And like that's how the show ends. You don't know where Thrawn is. You don't know where Ezra is.
Oh, so it's like that's supposed to be like, oh, that's Ezra, whatever
Yes,
the fuck.
and then that's why at the end of Rebels, Ahsoka and another Mandalorian that was in, Satine.
are trying to find
Satine leave to go find Ezra.
because he
And
is
like,
a Jedi.
that's
and,
why
you know.
in the Mandalorian season 2, like when Ahsoka showed up and she's fighting that girl, she's looking for Thrawn, because Thrawn is with Ezra
Wait, when we see Ahsoka
in Mando.
in Mando,
Yes,
like the first season, whatever, second season,
yeah,
whatever
second
the fuck it
season.
was. Okay.
Yes, she's looking for Thrawn
Okay.
because she's looking for Ezra.
So, oh wow.
Yeah, Rebels does like come.
So
back.
now are we gonna be seeing, let's say mid-season, he goes and actually bathes in the mines of Mandalore, and then the last half of the season, he's going to they're starting to
Ezra
work
stuff?
that up.
I don't know if they're going to do that because Ahsoka is also getting her own live action show.
I know, and that I'm very excited for.
So that can deal more into Ezra.
I would like that. I would like for them to maybe, okay, let's say second to last episode, he bathes in the mines of Mando, and then last episode, finishing up
I'd
some
like
stuff,
that.
patching up stuff, and then cliffhanger.
Yeah, I would
leading
like
to Ahsoka.
Yeah, I would like if like most of the Mando stuff, even though I don't think it's going to, just because it's Mando, and Mando is very much go to this planet, help these guys.
Yeah.
Go to this planet, help these guys.
Yeah.
I would like for a lot of it to just be to take place on Mandalore, because Mando, he has the Darksaber.
What is the setting of Mandalore like? Very like
So,
steel and like fucking
It was,
shiny shit.
But like as they covered through that, like the whole like war, like it's in ruins. Like
Yeah,
all
yeah.
of and now like because of they said like in the first episode, it's like crystallized.
So
lot
so
of
when
it-
he goes to
it's
the
gonna be-
bitch that almost fucked Obi-Wan, am I correct? Same bitch, redhead bitch?
No, that's the sister that almost.
That's a sister.
Yeah.
See, I'm a little off caught.
yeah.
I'm not fresh on this with the characters here.
Yeah.
So he goes to her.
Yeah, and she's
Says
like, everyone go back to
First of
Mandalore.
all, first of all, yeah, you didn't have to go with her.
I just didn't want to go alone. I guess I could see
Yeah,
that.
because when I was watching that, I was like, you're just gaining more like fucking you're gaining more like stress than you
true.
already fucking need. Just
Very
go
true.
do what you gotta do.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? I will marry
Okay.
those fucking little fucking
Oh my God.
creatures
'Cause
that are engineers.
the best
No,
thing-
broke it. It broke it. No, it broke it. No, I can't no fix it. It broke it.
So as much as I hate the sequels, that species was introduced in Rise of Skywalker,
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
and literally like it was like the best thing that came out of that movie.
Oh
and then I
my
heard they were coming
God.
back for Mando season 3, and I was like, thank you,
Dude,
And it
it's
was-
amazing.
The guy, it's like,
He said he can't fix it.
It's broken. He says it's broken, and it's like I know. What
I
he
know.
said.
I know.
So yeah, no.
Grogu, they're not toys. Grogu's not the bigger. That's what I love their relationship. Right there, I said it. I'm like, you can do whatever in the show.
screaming.
Just keep this relationship going. Do whatever.
Anything.
Bring Anakin back. Do whatever.
Whatever you want.
Do some shit that will not make sense. Fuck up the timeline.
Exactly.
Do it all.
Yeah.
But keep them being like father and son.
Yeah, that's
You know
great.
Grogu's dying.
Oh yeah.
You know he's dying.
all the way at the end. No, but so at the end,
We
of the
can't
season,
have nothing.
can't have anything nice. What is this, Marvel?
At once, George said, "Fucking what's that guy from the fucking prequels was the answer to it all." Remember he said that.
Jar Jar?
He said Jar Jar is the answer to it all or something.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna be those
Gonna be
fucking engineered
good.
guys.
the Babu Frigs.
What are they called? Babu.
I don't know what the name is, but the character in the sequel movie in Rise of Skywalker was Babu Frig, so I'm calling them all Babu Frigs.
Babu Frigs.
Babu Frigs. They definitely have names.
I'm gonna call them Bobs.
Call them Bobs.
Call 'em Bobs.
Bob's a good name.
Yeah, but that I just started cracking
But yeah,
up.
no. So that other
I was
plot
like, what
point
the fuck are
for-
these little gremlin creatures?
So the other plot point they have to go over. So the Mando does have the Darksaber. That means he's-
So when she said, whoever said to him, "Do you still have the dark saber?"
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't see it.
He didn't know. He
So
didn't
I was
have
like,
it on
"Where
him.
is it?"
I said the same thing.
I didn't. I think he was gonna say no. I was like, "Wait, does he still fucking have
he
it?"
does. I don't know where he
When was
keeps
the last
it.
time we saw it with them on the fucking ship when Luke came in?
Yeah, I guess whatever like the season finale was. Like maybe Book of Boba Fett. He had it.
I keep forgetting Book of Boba Fett was
was a
basically
thing.
season 3. of Mandalorian.
Yeah, he had it because he like cut. He knows that like he can't really use it because he wasn't trained in Jedi arts.
I think those characters were in Book of Boba. Those little fucking creature motherfuckers.
I don't think so. No.
Didn't they have to fix a ship in Book of Boba, Mando? And they had
I don't think so.
Grogu was there, and they were fixing something.
I don't think it was
That
them.
other lady who has like that southern accent.
But that was like the little droids. That wasn't like the Babu Frigs.
Droids?
Yeah, those
I
were
thought,
little
I thought it was
droids.
Bob's.
No Bobs.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So like, I don't see Mando ruling Mandalore. I just don't see that.
See, I'm not
happening.
really that deep into Star Wars lore to like even
No,
give
with
a
that-
fuck to if he should, what would it mean?
That's it.
If he don't, what would it mean?
There's
Like
no
he's so
really
powerful
knows
and cool now. I'm very much an outsider casual watcher. He's very in depth with this right now.
Yeah.
So when I'm watching it, I'm like, he's already a great, cool character that we've seen everything he can do without, let's say, being a Mandalore or whatever on their terms.
Yeah.
Let him do his own thing.
Yeah. Right.
Let's see him go on adventures. Okay, why does he care so much? What was the opening scene was supposed to show why being a Mandalore, whatever,
like
is
the thing.
important.
Yeah.
I mean, they decided to come opening hot.
Yeah.
with
Definitely.
the opening.
Giant alligator.
I mean,
Yeah.
we're seeing basically a baptism of a kid being a Mandalore. And then you just see a huge fucking sea creature just demolish all of them. Their bullets meaning nothing. So I feel like the whole Mandalore race should have just known right there they're
That's
not
what
powerful.
I'm saying. Like, I couldn't help. Like, they're using all the tricks in the book. They're shooting. They're using, like, the ropes. They're using the fire. I'm like, one lightsaber. I'm one lightsaber.
Why?
One lightsaber.
And listen.
I get it. But
And we played so many games post Order 66. We have so many shows pre 66. Okay, when there is a Jedi like Ezra or like fucking the guy from Shameless from Fallen Order.
yeah.
What the fuck's his name? Can't even know. We don't even know.
Oh my god.
Don't even know. The fucking redhead from Shameless.
Kyle Reese.
Oh my fucking god. Well, that doesn't matter.
I keep thinking of.
Oh, who cares?
So,
I'll think of it. I'll
when
just
a
scream it.
Jedi submerges, right? When everybody thinks he's when everybody thinks
Cal Kestis.
Cal Kestis.
Had to go through the had to go through the data.
Fucking Cal. When Cal and Ezra and Jedis emerge, and people don't expect it. Do other people report that they saw a Jedi, or other people respect Jedi still? It's just the New Order that just
I think
don't like Jedi.
They would report
like
it.
all
They
Jedis
report it.
wanted.
Because the normal civilian.
Yeah.
The story that the
Because I was
Empire-
gonna say, if a Jedi did help in a scenario like that, would they say thank you, or immediately say thank you, we're turning you in?
Well, the story that Palpatine, the Emperor,
Projected to the world,
the Jedi turned
turn
evil.
against us.
So if you see one,
oh my
so like
god,
even if like they probably wouldn't say like a Jedi was in like a village.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's Emperor guards pretty much everywhere.
yeah.
Like not for, stormtroopers are pretty much everywhere. Like it wouldn't
Yeah.
even be like
No,
oh
yeah, no, I know.
like oh do you know have you seen the Jedi, and be like yeah I saw the Jedi, and then they would just kill you.
Damn man, fuck.
Exactly. It's it's a bad world. That's why the rebels are trying to do.
Did George Lucas
Did George Lucas
idolize Nazi Germany?
I don't-
when creating when creating.
I think he definitely took
Star Wars.
inspiration. He definitely took some inspiration.
Because if a certain someone was going around asking for a certain someone wanted race or whatever,
I'm just saying there was
and-
definitely some inspiration.
and you knew
pulled.
where those people were, they did some things to you.
Yeah, it's true.
They did,
and they would.
This is history talking, not
It's
Turbo.
true. This isn't Turbo.
This is history
Same thing.
talking.
This
I
is just what
learned this in
happened.
school.
It's
so
true.
there's anyone to blame is the Department of Education. All right. But listen, I'm excited every single Wednesday, right? Thursday for Mandalorian on Disney Plus.
Yeah, Wednesday.
They're not. This is another sponsory that we shouldn't be doing.
No.
But we're just fans. Okay. So I'm very excited about that. I'm happy we're getting some new stuff. First of all, fuck you.
Fuck you.
Because you don't even text me. Oh, Mandalore's coming out soon. I don't really like Marvel, DC. I pay attention. Star Wars, yes, I get surprised and I get excited. But if we're doing this,
I wanted you to get surprised and excited.
I tell you like when I sneeze and everything. You don't
That's
tell
not
me when there's a
comic
fucking
related.
Mandalore.
That's not comic related. We always tell each other our bowels.
I had to have my nephew here and tell him, oh my God, there's a new Baby Yoda show. I have to say it like that to be interested.
Yeah. Well, listen.
What a friend.
You're your own man.
What a friend.
You're your own man.
What a friend.
All right.
I never was a comic book reader as a kid. I apologize.
Ridiculous.
Never.
Fucking, you just think you're fucking all that.
Listen, you get notifications. Follow a Mando page. I'm not your mother.
You did say something to me, though, that got me upset.
Oh, what'd I say?
Very upset.
What'd I say?
You know who I'm waiting for in the MCU. You know what family I'm waiting for.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That was a director.
I'm choosing not to believe you right now.
I hope I'm wrong. I love being wrong.
I'm choosing not to believe you, because I do have hope.
I also have hope.
The Fantastic Four that I talked about before, that if anybody knows MCU or Marvel, you understand that the Fantastic Four,
the founding
when they
family,
are in the mix, shit gets real. Because they're like Reed Richards is, besides Tony Stark,
they're Marvel's first
is
family.
the only one to pretty much solve stuff.
Yes, he is. He's the big brains.
Every single time, I just
brains.
figured out there was because I'm trying to watch more animated stuff to crack through the curse or whatever the fuck it is, just to make you feel comfortable watching animated shows.
Yeah.
I found an animated Fantastic Four.
Yes, there is.
It is fun. It is enjoyable. Definitely. I'm on episode 3. I fell asleep during a couple.
Oh.
But I'm excited for Fantastic Four.
Definitely.
Now you said something to me that I saw a thumbnail about and a title about that I didn't really understand a lot. But I was like, but this channel, New Rockstars, they don't really copyright. They don't really fucking clickbait a lot. So
I love you guys.
So let's sponsor. So let's see what it's all about. And I really didn't get to it because it was a live stream. I didn't want to scroll through. But you told me that either like the director.
Yeah. So the director for Avengers Kang Dynasty was doing an interview talking about, and the question was just like, oh, how hard is it to use characters in like Marvel movies, or like do characters really impact the story? And
I'm looking for the article.
And the quote really said, you know, you make the story, and then you could see if, you know, you put all the characters that you want to tell that story with, and then it's a bunch of jumping through. And I'm very much paraphrasing here. Please read the article for yourself. You could jump through hoops, seeing like, oh, can you talking to other directors doing other movies? Like, can this work? Can this work? And he gave an example, but he started it with, he said, I'm not even going to use these characters in this movie, but say the Fantastic Four
so
I
dumb.
wanted to use.
Listen to this. Kang Dynasty writer thinks he won't use X-Men or Fantastic Four. March 2nd, 2023.
It was a writer, not director. My bad.
It is only a matter of time before the Fantastic Four and X-Men are two of the leading forces in the MCU. Fantastic Four is coming in Phase 6, while the X-Men remain undated outside of Deadpool 3, where Logan's coming back. With Kang and his infinite number of variants set to wreak havoc on the MCU, Marvel will need all of its heroes to defeat the powerful villain. Will that include members of the Fantastic Four and X-Men? Jeff Loveness, which right away, when you name Loveness, you're not really getting a lot of love to this fucking family.
That's not his name.
What is it? Love it?
No, I'm going to say like that's like a fake name he made up.
Oh, the writer for Avengers The Kang Dynasty revealed, and he says, listen to me. If Kevin Feige wants them involved,
he'll get them involved.
And the writers will do what the fucking main man says to do.
Yeah.
Okay?
This makes me feel a lot better when it's like writer and not director.
The writers for Avengers The Kang Dynasty revealed on the Phase Zero podcast. We got compo.
Wow.
We got competition.
Competition.
If he believes
if they have any writers for Kang Dynasty, I think they win.
Ivan, you didn't have to just...
We can get the security guard at McDonald's.
Yes.
Start somewhere.
We can get the security guard from McDonald's. We probably knew the security guard from the storage room that Scott came out of in Endgame.
With the rat.
We have connections.
Revealed.
If he believes that Fantastic Four and X-Men will be in the film. No, I think all that stuff is pretty far away. So we're not getting the Fantastic Four until after Kang Dynasty?
So like what, like the next saga, the Galactus saga?
Wait a minute. If they're gonna do Galactus after Kang, which who else is there?
Who else is there to really do?
To really like destroy the world?
It's gonna be MODOK.
There's a lot of people to leave little dents. There's not a lot of people to leave big boo-boos in the MCU right now. So if you cock tease me like that, to where let's say Fantastic Four, ooh, is just like a little spike. They get their movie to introduce them. Like, you know, they had to give an Ant-Man movie.
Yeah.
They give Fantastic Four their movie. But when the big shit happens, sprinkle. They sprinkle.
A little bit.
You know? Just like you would say, couldn't fucking Scarlet Witch just kill Thanos? She was sprinkled.
Yeah.
She was
Because
sprinkled.
she could have, but she didn't.
Because she was sprinkled. And they didn't want what happened. They didn't, well, not want. I'm guessing they don't want the easy way out.
Definitely not.
In a lot of these scenarios.
Yeah, definitely not.
Like the easy way
they wanna do
out.
the shock value.
He said rain fucking fire when she had him by the balls.
Exactly. Like easy way out is like Captain
That
Marvel
coulda
and Scarlet
happened.
Witch show up and just.
That could have happened
Yeah.
when Tony was fucking
It's true. It was
fucking
about, Snip Snap Snoop.
I was gonna say Penny. That's not
Penny.
from Big Bang Theory.
Pepper.
Pepper Penny. Come on.
Pepper.
I'm right here.
Salt and pepper.
Why every time you say that, like Pepper like that, I think of the joke from Family Guy when Joe the cop goes up to Peppa Pig's house and then he goes, excuse me, do you have a daughter named Peppa? Because he's going to their house to let
say
them
that
know
the daughter's
that Peppa's dead.
All right.
So you're trying to tell me though that, okay, Vin, because you know I'm about to scream.
Yes.
Can you give me a little bit of like,
No.
like, no, don't worry, because this or this or this?
There's no certainties.
Well, go
in the
fuck
MCU.
yourself.
There's
No, I
certainties.
think all that stuff is pretty far away, Loveness said. I know they're making Fantastic Four, but that's in its own thing. I mean, look, I'm the biggest X-Men guy in the world. No, I think that's being saved for a bit. But these Avengers are in trouble. They got a lot going on with King.
Oh my
They
God.
got
Do you
more
think
than
these
enough
guys are
to
just-
handle.
you think these guys just
They got
prepped?
more than enough to handle. They will help them.
Nah. It's very saddening. It is a very saddening time.
But this is a stupid writer.
That's true. That's true. Who knows what they know? What if, like, okay, so there was another tweet that, like, somebody making the Fantastic Four movie was, I think you'll be really excited to see what we do with the Fantastic Four. What if they make them all mutants instead of, like, a cosmic, like, accident that gives them their powers? They're just all mutants. And that they do, like, a Fantastic Four / X-Men thing.
Like Reed Richards is a student.
Like, no, like, they're all the same people. They have the same powers, but their explanation for their powers is they just have, like, the X gene. Instead of doing that, because that's something different. No one's done that before.
You're not making me like usually. I'm excited to talk
Sure.
about this stuff.
Of course, Fantastic Four, your
You're
favorite
making
people.
me depressed.
It's the Marvel's first family.
This is related in all bold.
Sure.
Fantastic Four will serve as a big pillar in the MCU's future. Let's hear this lie.
What's a bigger pillar than the X-Men
so
team?
this was February 14th. So the writer went on some podcast. Wait 1 second here. So if the writer went on a stupid fucking podcast and he wanted to have...
That's true,
Let's say
too.
he was
He's
smoking... What if he was smoking marijuanas?
That's horrible.
What if him and Joe Rogan was smoking marijuanas? He didn't know what he was saying. He was dazed on the dope. Kevin Feige says Fantastic Four reboot is a big pillar of the MCU going forward. So who the fuck do we listen to? I listen to Kev.
I'll listen to Kev personally. I'll listen to the main villain in She-Hulk.
In exactly 2 years from today, motherfucker.
2 of them.
We'll be 25.
2 of them. 2 of them. I'll be 24.
In 2 years?
Yeah, bud.
I don't got time.
Yeah, bud. 2 years.
I don't got
Read
time.
up.
I don't got time.
Read up.
I have been. All right.
Do more. You have 2 years worth.
Fucking dumbass. In exactly 2 years from today, February 14th, Valentine's Day 2025. Oh, I'm fucking the Fantastic Four logo. The little triangle in the middle. Marvel Studios is set to drop the Fantastic Four reboot, and studio head Kevin Feige is teasing the film. Fantastic Four is the foundation. What dropped? See, it's true. Demons. Fantastic Four is the foundation for everything that came after in the comics. He told EW in an interview, there's certainly been versions of it, speaking
true.
of the effects of the Fox
The
ones,
bad ones. Fanforstic.
but never inhabiting the storytelling of the MCU. And that's something that is really exciting for us.
I bet.
All right. People will start to hear more about that soon. We plan on that being a big pillar in the MCU going forward, just the way they've been in the comics for 56 years. So this is a family. This is Fantastic Four. What it's looking like is this is going to be. So maybe that's why. Okay, listen to me. If we're getting this movie in 2 years, and what, next year we're supposed to be getting Kang Dynasty? Something like that, 2024, I think, or something, or maybe maybe before the main. Listen to me, Captain Marvel wasn't Captain Marvel right before Endgame?
Yes, it was after Infinity War. Yeah,
and it was after Infinity War. So if Secret Wars is the big
they
big
do Secret
one,
Wars, then they do Fantastic Four, and then they do.
I hit you that time.
Incursion. Wow.
Another incursion. You see, it's happening.
It's horrible.
I don't know what to want more now. Do we want Fantastic Four to really fuck up Kang, or do we want Fantastic Four? Because if what's being said by Kevin Feige, just like the comics, they're gonna be living on for a long time. If this is going to be MCU family and heroes that we're gonna be seeing for when Cash, my nephew, is probably my age, I will take that. I will take it.
So like the sort of thing that they did. So they made like Captain Marvel, this character. It's like they did Infinity War, and then they did Captain Marvel, and she was sort of like, this is the hero that will save everybody. And that wasn't received very well, because who is this random person just showing up and being a powerhouse and saving everybody? When we had characters developed over 20 years.
Kind of like Rey from Star Wars.
Yes. So do you think, like, I don't know if they would do that same thing again, like, you know, it's Secret Wars, by the end of that, everybody's like half dead. They do the Fantastic Four movie where they, like, the Fantastic Four is here and they always have been, and then they save everyone. And either
that's what I would, like, even whenever they're introduced, whatever the way it is, I'm gonna have trouble. I feel like a lot of people should with, so they were just there. However, though, I think in the end of the last Spider-Man, or in the middle of the last, but whatever movie, Doctor Strange, I don't know, but there is a construction site that says step 1, step 2, step 3, and then step 4 is blocked out. Baxter Building construction.
So that's people are saying that, but that's such a
That's what I'm trying to say. Like we know you're just like, for example,
that is such a stretch if that's true.
Like when we say, like, the same example of Scarlet Witch. Like, come on though, it's true. Like, really?
Yeah, like it's really like that, because Scarlet Witch could have.
You could. I feel like that's when, like that's when you need to, I guess, be mature and be like, well, it's a movie.
Yes, that is definitely where you have to throw some reality into it. It's like something has to happen because it's a movie.
Yeah, that happens to me a lot.
Yes,
I'm
able to see past that and be like, this is still a good movie.
Vinny's,
of course they had.
I get the sense that you in life, in this shit, you tend to like sit down, settle it, and enjoy it.
I do.
I like to question it.
I try to enjoy.
Figure out why it's not the way it is, and why am I seeing it the way it's not supposed to be seen. Yeah.
But I know. I definitely do that. 1,000%.
Like, while I'm watching Grogu and they talk to him like a baby, I'm like, talk to him like an adult!
He's an 80-year-old. He has a Social Security. He has a pension.
Remember when we made, not TikTok, or maybe we took it as a clip, when we talked about what does the Avengers get paid and stuff?
Yeah.
It actually is in a comic.
Really?
They have like a fucking manual.
I could see that. That's funny.
Yeah.
You know Spider-Man gets paid the least.
No, they all get paid the same.
Oh, wow. How is Spider-Man always broke?
I mean,
what is he doing with that money? That's the next.
Maybe the core Avengers get it only? I don't know.
Maybe, I know. But I know Spider-Man is technically an Avenger, or he should be.
Yeah, because I was watching New Rockstars, and they came up with a question about, I think, one of the things in the Loki series or whatever series. And they were like, we don't even know how the Avengers get made. Well, if you think about it. And I went back. How much does the Avengers make? There we go. We got it covered. There you go.
Nice.
But now here's when the connection would fuck up.
Of course.
Okay. There has to. I need to find the picture of the fucking comic. There's a page in a comic. Let's show it all.
So unprofessional. Just throw stuff out there.
Fucking
it isn't even on the docket.
You know what you didn't do before we started recording?
No, same thing you didn't do.
The game we were starting
to play. Same thing you didn't do.
Motherfucker.
You can't blame just me.
Motherfucker.
Can't blame just me.
We were supposed to have a game prep for this episode.
We could still have one. Pull up a picture, zoom in. Guess.
Next week, guys.
Wow.
Next week.
See, I would've
leave
just
them
done
for a
it. I would've
cliffhanger.
just done
Next
it.
week.
But Turbo, he's
We were working on TikToks
Listen,
and stuff before
I'm
this,
good cop,
and
he's
someone
bad
forgot
cop.
to do it.
Yeah, him. But he wants to project onto me. It's all right. Listen, he can't even find the picture. He can't even find the picture.
What are you gonna fucking do? Either way, you go and find it.
You want people to sponsor us?
It was in an old like 70s, 80s fucking comic or whatever, and it was a white page with all black text, and it looked like a fucking W-2 form. It looked like one of those government forms, and
Like
it
a
showed how much
W-2?
they're getting paid and shit. No, not that.
Actor salaries.
Not that. Yeah, how much is Robert Downey Jr.
I'm
getting
getting actor
paid? How much is Tom Holland getting paid? What you got? But that is just baloney when you try to fucking tell me the Fantastic Four ain't gonna be really involved. I don't know.
That's crazy. Especially for
I'm
a
not
Kang
really that
thing.
fond about X-Men.
No, the X-Men are good. I'm not like I know a lot about them. I haven't read a lot of stories, but just going from like how important of a family obviously the X-Men are. Yeah, they got.
You know how like I know they couldn't do a lot with what's the fucking the Scarlet Witch's brother.
Oh, Quicksilver.
Quicksilver and Age of Ultron, they couldn't do much with them because they still had some legal
Yeah, like
things.
that's why Fox was using him for X-Men.
Yes,
Their X-Men movie.
So they were still fucking like, in legal trouble. So
stupid,
he
man.
couldn't say his name or something.
sad.
He couldn't say Quicksilver.
Yeah.
They had restrictions.
Yeah. So sad.
Even without constrictions, they tend, I off the top of my head, I don't really know, but they tend to do characters sometimes that was sick and badass in the comics and make them a throwaway bullshit in the MCU.
Fox or MCU?
MCU, Marvel,
MCU.
right?
Yeah, okay.
Like, what could I really make?
Yeah. Besides Quicksilver. I mean, that's really because of rights issues.
Yeah, Quicksilver. Okay,
It's
so
MODOK. If you really want to
MODOK.
If you really want to get into it. Like, I'm happy MODOK is a joke character because that's what MODOK is, but I would just love to see more of him. I know that's not might not be possible.
Hulk.
Yeah.
Hulk.
Yeah.
The way they they alter and change characters for, let's say, whatever idea they have. I don't know if you heard this, but I personally don't like to see that. I like to see the character the way they're supposed to shine.
Yes, the way they were written in the comics.
Give them character development. Make them go through some stuff. Make us see stuff we're not used to seeing that character go through. But at the end of the day, when Iron Man snaps and says, "I am Iron Man," that's gut-wrenching fulfillment of the character Iron Man.
Yeah.
When
they fumbled it on Hulk.
When I see Hulk, half fucking smart ass, half Hulk smash.
Yeah.
We don't. That's if you would, let's say for example, Fox had Hulk, right? And then Marvel does that with Hulk. What the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
If we get some type of Wolverine with psoriasis or something, this Wolverine is a little nervous, like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like we want Wolverine.
So
we want Reed Richards to be a middle-aged guy, not a young fuck like they did with the other
It's
FX
so
one.
sad that like when people are like, oh, you'll be excited about what we're doing with Fantastic Four. It's completely new.
Then we hear this shit.
You're like, that's what I think. That's the first thing you think is like they're gonna change all their backstories. They're gonna be.
You
want
to know what I'm thinking? I don't know if you can really see it. What is this motherfucker gonna look like in the MCU?
Oh my God.
What is the Thing gonna look like in the MCU?
think
he looked good in the original one with Jessica Alba.
The best he's ever looked is in the Rise Silver Surfer.
Yes.
And I think that's just
the
they have to go
other
with.
one with he looked like a pile of rocks.
It was bad.
He looked like a robot mixed with rocks.
He just needs to look like how he did in the 2001 movie.
Yeah.
They have to do it practically. I'm sorry, no real CGI. I don't know, because there's Korg in the MCU.
I think
Korg is a rock monster.
Yeah,
from Thor.
I instantly thought of him too. I swear to God.
So like maybe they would just do that, but orange.
He's more orange.
Yes, definitely.
He's more. I feel like he's a New Yorker. So
I don't think it affects his voice.
No. Well, I love the Thing's dialogue.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, come on here, sweetie.
Yeah.
Come on here, toots. I love that. I love the Thing's
I do hope
dialogue.
they keep that. I do hope.
That's another thing.
I hope the Thing could survive.
If they make him fucking PC culture, you can't say that anymore, Spidey. Like, what are you talking about?
It's just the Thing adapting to woke culture. Whoa. It's PC.
What do you mean I'm holding the chopsticks wrong? I can't even hold a fork.
I don't have skin. I was like, whoa. I was like, whoa, Thing. You can't say that anymore. What do you mean? I'm a rock monster. This is my actual audition for Ben.
If the thing,
That's what they call him.
if the thing,
The Thing.
that's what the MCU would call the thing. The thing.
Because that thing be thing.
If the thing met Ezra Miller's Flash. What do you mean they them? Is that some type of cosmic brainwashing?
What do you mean? There's only one of you. That's like
Reed, maybe I'm going insane here.
So when they said Fantastic Four has always been around, they were just like stuck in like a wormhole, and they just come out in the year like 2024. So it's him like adapting to culture.
How about this? Not a big role, right?
Sure.
Still could be involved.
Yeah.
I would love for, let's say, okay, not a big role. All right, not a crazy fucking role. Let's just say, okay, would this still be considered a big role? I mean, yeah, they're making a big impact,
yeah.
but let's say, oh my god, who's now fucking? Who's like the main guy right now? Fucking like who would be the Iron Man right now? Like a fucking if you had to stop right now, I know we're introducing.
I hate to say this.
Hawkeye,
Ant-Man.
No.
I hate to
Why? Because he's the only guy right now that fucked with Kang. Well, he's the only guy right now that really messed with
I'd
Kang.
say probably Doctor Strange.
Loki can't come back into the real world.
Yet.
Not yet.
I assume he will at some point.
You wait. So you're gonna say for the first they're gonna make someone for the first time ever from
Come
the
back.
TVA
come back
back to the real world?
Probably.
That's never happened. I've heard, right?
That has never happened.
Wasn't told to me.
Never happened ever. I definitely haven't seen that.
I haven't been told.
They would tell me.
Oh my god.
I forgot what I was talking about.
Oh no. Okay. What if Fantastic Four? Right. Oh, Ant-Man being the big guy.
Let's
Let's say
Doctor Strange. If I'm being
yes,
honest.
Doctor Strange. Okay.
Charlie Doctor
Let's say
Strange,
Doctor Strange.
To be honest.
is struggling
Yeah.
with Kang eye. Okay,
Got-
multiple
got-
Kangs.
Got some Kang eye.
And you
like pink eye,
see
but so much worse.
a stretch arm just come in the frame
There's no other.
and just drag him out.
else.
And then first you'll see a force field pop up. No one's there
one's
though.
there. It's just a
Invisible
force
woman,
field.
force field. You see a fucking you for some reason like a fire tornado start to happen.
What's that? And it's like, I forgot about it.
So kind of like how they took down Doctor Doom in the first fucking one
they just-
when he went fucking ultra whatever he said, and also a corny line
Flame on?
in the first fucking one, like ultra heat or something, like a move.
like supernova or whatever.
Supernova. Reed told him not to do it, so
And
he
he
said
did it.
do Supernova, and then a corny line, but it's whatever. It's Fantastic Four, so they can do
It's
it wrong in my
2001.
eyes. He's
We
doing
were
it.
1 year old.
The Thing would say this in the comics, but he
Yes.
looks at him, he goes, "Flame on, kid." And I'm like, all right,
Be in the MC.
all right,
That-
flame on,
What if
kid.
so
Like,
they're
all
doing
right.
like the Fantastic Four movie,
Yeah.
and there's like this little just nerd kid throughout the whole movie, and they're protecting him, and he's like 12. 12,
And it's Miles Morales.
12, 13. He's walking around, bumps into the Thing, knocks his glasses. And Thing's like, "Hey kid, how you doing? Are you all right?" He goes, "Yeah, I'm fine." "What's your name, kid? You're a big Fantastic Four fan?" "I'm Victor. Victor Von Doom."
He can't be that young, though.
I don't care.
He can't. Oh, they would make him that young?
What if they just do it? My name
The
is
main
Victor, Victor Von Doom.
That too. Wait a minute. So Kang and the comics I'm reading, Von Doom can hang with Kang
Von Doom does hang with Kang.
because they're kind of friends.
They're kind of friends. They play bridge.
And they're kind of blood related in the
A
comic
little
I'm
bit.
reading
I feel
right
like,
now.
Kang is so far in the future, he's blood
You
related
know?
to a lot of people.
So, a lot of smart people, maybe, of course, Kang,
Of course.
goes back in time, forward in time.
does do that.
To influence maybe his
Get him,
gene
like, super
pool
smarter?
into,
Yeah.
like, the Von Doom family, the Richards family, you know what I'm saying?
Rick and Morty sitch.
Yes. Do you think, he hits his wife, do you think, what you call it, that would be a cool introduction, though, to the Fantastic Four?
Victor Von Doom.
No, you bitch.
My name's Victor.
Kang Dynasty, you see just the Fantastic Four come to save them for the Avengers, and then it ends.
Only if they were like, we were here the whole time, and then show flashbacks from other MCU movies with the PNG picture of the Fantastic Four in the background.
No, so you know how, like, the Watcher watches and What If?
It's just...
It's just Reed Richards. It's like,
What's going on over there? Whoa, Thanos was a big threat, right, guys?
damn.
Or can they just talk like they were there the whole time. And it's just like, this is just like when we helped Iron Man fight Whiplash.
Wait, no, you ready? No, you ready?
God, I miss Tony. And then
Your eyes.
remember the Dark Elves attacked Washington?
Why weren't you there when we were trying to take down Ultron? I was helping Aunt May with the laundry.
We were there. I was in Sokovia. We were all in Sokovia. Doctor Strange, what are you talking about? We were all there. And it just cuts to them being there.
PNG. Cardboard cutouts.
Thor, remember the Grandmaster? I was in the gladiator fights with you and Hulk.
Oh, God.
They were there the whole time.
Remember Yinsen?
I love that fella.
What if the thing
He's just a time
camouflaged in the cave full of rocks?
I don't understand why you gotta paint me. They were just painting them the color of the caves.
Well, I was going to mention before, so what if the Fantastic Four, they're not going to be... Yes, the Avengers are full with Kang, but
Yeah.
I just don't see how you're going to involve the Fantastic Four in the MCU and then decide to say, we're not going to use him in this.
No, not at all. They have a whole movie coming out. It's like,
So I really feel
I think they're wrong.
I feel like this is miscommunication.
Yeah, I think they're just like, they can't say outright, like, this early on, the movie's not even in production.
So
We
the
have
comments we
no
got-
cast being like, there's no Fantastic Four. Like, it's just...
The comments we got from Feige, this article was...
When Foggy contacted us.
This was... How long are we going for?
A lot of...
Good?
50?
Wow. Listen to me. When you get the Fantastic Four going to me, I can't stop. Once you start me up...
You can't stop.
All right.
Call the Bondulants. James Stunk. James name's having stunk. Call the Bondulants.
I don't know what to fucking
fucking hot
say
in
no
here.
more.
He's
Yeah, I
touching
don't
the
know why
thermostat.
this fucking heat is going up. I swear to
He's
God.
touching the thermostat.
Maybe my mom's onto something. My mom keeps thinking I raised the thermostat, and I'm not even touching it, and the heat's blasting right now. It's also...
how it felt in my
it's
house.
also going to be a snowstorm soon.
That's true.
Is it still like that in your house?
No, I kept my window open last night too, so I was good.
Well, listen.
Come by my house. There's a 1 out of 7 chance my window's open. Come say hi.
You have
The heat's getting to me.
we have a better chance at Vinny getting mugged and his house robbed.
Than seeing the Fantastic Four and the Kang Dynasty. And the fucking chance before I fell.
I can't do this anymore.
My hand, get this out of my hand. My eyes. My veins.